reference to if requested. For children ages 0 to 17, and this is a little morbid, there are roughly 8,000 deaths by suicide each year, 6,000 deaths by homicide, 12,000 deaths by unintentional causes. Of those, 7,300 from vehicle accidents, 1,300 from unintentional causes, 1,100 from drowning, 900 from suffocation, 600 from poisoning, and 500 from fires and burns. In 2018 to 2019, there were 477 deaths from influenza per the CDC. Since the start of the pandemic until August 11th, there have been 354 deaths due to COVID per the CDC. Per the CDC as well, between March and October of 2020, hospital emergency department volume for mental health visits for kids ages 12 to 17 increased by 31% compared to the same period the year before. There was a 24% increase from ages 5 to 11 for that period. For 100 years, an education system has existed in Dripping Springs, and to my knowledge, not once has a student been forced by the county or district to wear a mask until recently. Even as recently as the 2018-19 school year, in which influenza deaths for ages 0 to 17 exceeded that of COVID to date, did the county or district force children to wear a mask. Sadly, our children are 20 times more likely to die in a motor vehicle accident this year than COVID, yet not once have we had an emergency meeting the day before school starts on vehicle safety. Our children are 3 times more likely to die from drowning, and yet we've never had an emergency hearing prior to the summer break to discuss forced safety vests used by county or district. If the county and district are going to force children to wear masks, then as tax-paying parents, we deserve a logical, fact-based explanation as to how masks protect our children and why just 2 years ago, the influenza deaths among children were greater than the COVID masks of that of COVID when masks were forced on our children. If the response is to slow the spread and prevent infection and ultimately hospitalizations and possible deaths, I'm almost done. We then deserve an explanation on whose deaths in the county and the district are prioritizing above our children. And statistically, COVID is less deadly than the flu, drowning, and riding in a vehicle for children ages 0 to 17. It would appear we are at best prioritizing adults' lives over children, which is grotesque, or at worst, the county and district are using our children as pawns in a political debate. Sadly, given the time of this meeting, they both seem...
Your time has expired. Thank you.